You're blame.
That started it all. But no, we're using them the wrong way.
Yeah, I see that.
Well, not the wrong way, but we're using them in place of very important things, and I think that's interacting with each other. So, my opinion.
Yeah.
I guess in some ways I just found personally that sometimes it can be actually kind of unique sometimes.
It is. It is unique. There's no doubt about it. That's why I
Right.
think that. Now again, I'm giving you my opinion from coming where I came from.
Right.
Okay.
All right. I know.
In my opinion, though, I have more fun, and I know you guys do different things, but instead of going through games and everything and spending a couple hours on that phone, what if you tried to teach yourself how to play the piano? Or what if you went and met a friend and you just took a walk and you talked about your day and what's going on in their life? Or what if you taught yourself something new rather than just reading about what the hell everybody else is doing? So,
Yeah.
Right. That's another thing.
my opinion.
That it seems to me like a lot of people are more spread out now. Like I know you're talking about just taking a walk with a friend.
Yeah, that's
it
true.
just-
I mean, people are a lot more
Yeah.
spread out, but I definitely see what you're saying.
But our whole time was occupied with, even when years ago there was no TV, okay?
Right.
And your grandmother, my sister, we would lay on the floor and we might play cards or draw or read a magazine while we're listening to Inner Sanctum on the radio. And the thing on the radio, you were hearing the Lone Ranger and Inner Sanctum and all that. You were hearing all that, but your imagination was there too.
Right.
Okay. So you imagined like the Inner Sanctum when they opened the squeaky door. It was scary. Those kind of things. And so your mind, was into that rather than just seeing it happen in front of you. Of course, I'm an old guy. I tell you, I like black and white film better than color because it's more mysterious.
Yeah.
What do you think is different now than was when you're growing up that you actually enjoy that's changed?
Probably better automobiles. more unique. The first automobile I ever drove was a 1951 Studebaker. The one they said they didn't know which way it was going. It was built like that. You couldn't tell. They would laugh about that. That's what I learned to drive it. What do I like more today?
Yeah, than when you were growing up. Or I guess another way to say it.
I'm going to have to say, I mean, life is good, but I really liked my growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really did. It was just, every day was just unique.
An adventure.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I know on your list of things you're talking about, like, your thing you hated most or something like that was worry. So I think that's
Was what?
worry.
Yeah.
I think I know I and a lot of other people worry about silly things on a day-to-day basis that
Yeah.
it seems like weren't really concerns back then. So.
Well, there were, but you hear so much more of it today. You're worrying about things that you shouldn't, that probably don't even pertain to you, but you put yourself in that position
Right.
when you hear it. And at that time, you didn't hear a lot of that.
guess that's
You
true.
really didn't. You really didn't. If it wasn't the people right around you, you never heard. I turned TV. I turned the sound off today if I'm watching it when some of the ads come on. Because it's nothing but medicine telling me how I'm going to get old and my knees aren't going to work and I have to have them replaced and I have to take this pill and I have. It's nothing but bad news.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I don't like to hear it.
I
know it might happen.
guess it feels like in some cases it just feels like there's a lot of bad news, but you can still. In some ways, it feels like it's like at the very least, if you know it's out there, you can at least try to find ways of mitigating
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
I guess it just feels kind of different. I guess I just sometimes have trouble seeing. In some cases, just
You mean you're saying some of the ads are justified?
some of them are. I mean,
Okay.
I know that.
Yeah,
I
they
know
are.
that you should check to see if they're justified because there are still plenty of people who are going to try. It feels like today there are a lot of different areas where people will try and make it look something better than it.
Oh,
is
you're
sometimes.
talking about pushing the advertising and to the point that it might not be totally true, right?
Yeah, or at least trying to convince you that you have something that you don't have.
Again, my opinion, but a lot of your medical ads or about using this pill or that pill, and they say always consult your doctor. They know people don't. If you tell people, because I did some advertising, okay, but you know people don't go consult their doctor.
Yeah.
And if somebody tells you to take a pill, you tell me why people go out and they have their whole cabinet full of pills that they never asked their doctor about at all. And yet, if they listen to the ad, at the end of the ad, why do you think that guy is talking so darn fast that you can't understand what he's saying?
Specifically to make it get less visible.
Yeah, that's right. But if you listen to what he's saying, could cause temporarily paralyzation, heart palpitations, blah, 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 blah. Why do I want that? Why do I want that?
And the old, if certain things last more than 4 hours, contact
yeah. Oh
immediately.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway.
Well, that phrase is the seller for that ad.
Yes.
They don't have to say anything else, but they'll always say that one.
Yes.
That's the seller for that ad.
Right.
Because people just get in their mind and whoa, yeah. Anyway.
All right. Make that all about.
I'm getting off of.
No.
I'm getting off of being an older guy here. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I think we have. That about wrap it up. Unless you have something you want to say, you feel like you need to tell us, or anybody could use this.
No, I mean I hoped I helped. It was a different world. The thing is, today you see and hear a lot of the bad world, and we didn't. That was a pleasure.
I guess
because you trusted most everyone, and most of the time you could, especially, but you never thought about all these horrible things that people are doing. You might see it in a movie, but you were told that a movie's a movie and you can just turn it off.
And so, right? I guess in some
But
ways,
when you're hearing it on the news every day, day in, day out.
I guess in some ways I feel like it's also it also gives a bit more responsibility, in a way.
You feel that?
Well, just having the greater knowledge of what's going on, like just that more connectedness.
No,
not only just
as long as it can be handled, I agree with you.
Yeah, there's also
not everyone can handle it.
There is
And-
some good news though, but it seems to get it. I do know that people, as a rule, are a lot more civil to negative
Yeah.
knowledge. Hence why last year it seemed to